If anyone out there could answer the following question, I would really appreciate it. Why is Barney the Dinosaur so popular to make fun of on the internet? It's been really bothering me for a while now that after 4 fucking years on YouTube, 2 of my most popular videos are still some stupid review of the Barney movie that I made in my flat at uni, and a short clip from the aforementioned video, which, while I'm here, God 2012 Stuart, aspect fucking ratios. Barney's even got his own genre of comedy called Anti-Barney humour. There's this entire counterculture movement against him. So I watched a few episodes of his TV show to figure out why, because for some stupid reason I decided that a YouTube channel that I do for fun in my spare time should be the cause of as much ear-bleeding, eyeball-gouging pain as humanly possible. So, in a nutshell, Barney is a purple T-Rex made out of felt, and he and an interchangeable group of personality-free children play about at their school or another location, and they sing original or public domain songs every 5 seconds, bake cookies, play baseball. Sometimes there's some kind of a story, but usually it doesn't fucking matter. They just dance and sing songs and that's it. Pretty much every episode is exactly the same as the last, with a moral or two changed, and a find and replace done on certain key words, which I kinda don't blame them for, cause after you've already done don't run with scissors, bullying is a bad thing, don't do it, and let's make a cake or some shit, then there isn't exactly that many places left to go after that, which is why I find it surprising that Barney kept being recommissioned for nearly 2 decades, when you could just clean up the picture quality of some old episodes and stick them on repeat, and I guarantee you no one would notice. Kids don't actually keep track of continuity, you know. You could have just stuck 9 episodes on a loop for 20 years and you'd get the same result. CBeebies have got the right idea, they do that shit all the time. Kids watching CBeebies today probably don't even know that Balamory was cancelled well over a decade ago. A heartless and desperately cynical approach, yes, but in this economy you gotta save money however you can, right? But Barney the Dinosaur did keep people in steady broadcasting employment for nearly 20 years, and the kids were distracted for 15 minutes a day, I guess, so hey, it was harmless, right? Well, the internet disagrees. But I still don't know how this could have given rise to an entire satire movement against it. Like, yes, Barney can look fucking creepy to grown-ups, and I've always imagined that the reason that the kids get replaced all the time is that Barney's biting their heads off between episodes. And yes, Barney's voice is incredibly annoying, and it starts making you envision strangling him with his own intestines after about 30 seconds. But you would think that after proposing that Barney wouldn't exactly look that out of place stood atop a pile of bloody human carcasses set to creepy music, there's not really that much left to say after that. But Anti-Barney humour's somehow been going on pretty much ever since he debuted in 1992. And somehow I got 25,000 views out of my little addition to Anti-Barney humour. Okay, fuck it, I want some easy views. Okay, Stubagful is officially now a Barney the Dinosaur reviews channel. So, look at that everybody. Shit, isn't it? Of course, the justification for the vitriol against this one TV show in particular that really pisses people off is just how one-dimensional it is. Cause all Barney the Dinosaur deals with is positivity, and it pretty much denies all negative emotions, and that's not what real life's like. The show's essentially teaching kids that when something bad happens, just stick your fingers in your ears and go, la 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 la, I am not listening, la la la. I mean, on the opposite end of the scale, the British puppet show Rainbow was cutesy and adorable, yes, but it still had Zippy being a fucking dickhead every now and then. But the problem people have is that given the kids that are watching Barney are at such a young age that their distinction between reality and fiction is pretty blurry, and the entire premise of the show is that Barney is brought to life by the children's imaginations, somehow. Like, there's 5 or 6 kids in this show. How do they share one imagination? They're all separate people. Shouldn't Barney actually be like a weird collage of different kids' imaginations? Maybe we could have like one kid who's slightly disturbed, burning ants under a magnifying glass, who sees Barney whispering in his ear, "Kill them all, Toby! They deserve to die!" Isn't this show kind of fetishizing hearing voices in your head? Anyway, what was I talking about? The criticism that Barney and Friends doesn't help kids deal with negative emotions, it's just a world where everything is happy and sunshiny all of the time and all is love, which isn't how real life works, and at a stage in toddlers' mental development where the line between fiction and reality is already blurry, it might be just a bit too positive for their own good. Not saying I totally agree with that assessment, of course, but I guess that's part of why Barney is considered a fair target, and other stuff that kids watch is all well and good. I mean, Barney's defenders will say stuff like, well, who cares if it isn't educational? Not all kids shows have to be educational, and it is teaching kids to be nice to one another. And yeah, I'll admit to that being a fair enough point, and if it's effective, it is serving a purpose. Kids are fucking monsters to each other sometimes, so teaching them to be nicer to each other is a good idea. But here's the problem I have with this argument though. If Barney and Friends has been a fucking institution for years now, my main question is, why do I still think that kids are fucking monsters to each other sometimes? Why has there not been some kind of societal shift? This shit clearly isn't doing its job of brainwashing the masses to become more docile well enough then. Okay then, here's my idea. A bunch of hypnotic shapes and blobs bounce around the screen, repeating the phrase, be nice to each other, set to some ambient tones for 24 hours a day. Be nice to each other. 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 Not being nice will cause pain. Be nice to each other. Be nice to each other. So yeah, in summation, if any aspiring totalitarian world dictators out there are looking for someone to design propaganda for them, you know where to find me.